You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Buffa. Matt Gaetz has withdrawn from consideration to be Donald Trump's attorney general. The federal sex trafficking investigation raised doubts on Gaetz' ability to be confirmed as a nation's top law enforcement officer. Trump posted on social media saying Gaetz, quote, did not want to be a distraction for the administration. Newsday columnist Joy Brown tells us what comes next.
At least, according to reports, 4 senators said, absolutely no way am I voting for this guy. Shows that at least some of the Senate still takes seriously its advise and consent powers. That is, that they're going to screen these nominees, that they're going to, well, it also shows that they can stop these nominees. So the question becomes now, what happens to Dr. Oz? What happens to his nominees for all of these other cabinet positions? Is the Senate going to be as discriminating in considering them as they were with Gaetz? And remember, with Gaetz, you never even got to that point. There's private meetings, at least 4 senators said, no way. And that was enough for him to withdraw his nomination. Will we see that again? Will we see more discussion open during these confirmation hearings? We have to see.
Now you can read more about this story. Just go to Newsday.com, click Get More, the Newsday TV video box. And first in Newsday, a new proposal may make Meadowbrook Parkway wider. Las Vegas Sands says it wants to add 1 lane on each side of the parkway. It's part of a plan to decrease the impact of traffic for a proposed casino on the site of the Nassau Coliseum. A public hearing is set for December 9th. And only in Newsday, residents are spending millions of dollars on a fight to clean up Bethpage Community Park. Virginia Huey has this story.
It's sad. There's an entire generation of children here in Bethpage who've never gotten a chance to play in that ball field. And it was a really nice ball field.
Gina McGovern has lived 2 blocks from Bethpage Community Park for 30 years. She has fond memories of her daughter playing softball there as a child. McGovern feels sad her grandchildren are missing out.
The park's been closed for 22 years, so my grandchildren have never played in that ball field.
A generation after pollution first padlocked this ballpark, the cost of the contamination goes beyond missed opportunities. Taxpayers are now footing the multi-million-dollar bill in the legal battle between the town of Oyster Bay and Northrop Grumman over the pace and scope of the cleanup.
Basically, this is a running cost, and it's approaching $4 million.
Newsday investigative reporter Paul LaRocco delved into town records, which show the town of Oyster Bay has paid outside lawyers nearly $3.7 million over the last 5 years. The town is trying to push Northrop Grumman to conduct a more extensive park cleanup than state environmental regulators require. Oyster Bay's single largest payment in the legal fight, more than $546,000, came in July, following the discovery of 22 chemical drums beneath the former ball field, which sits on land once owned by the aerospace giant and used as a waste disposal site.
And while the regulator said that didn't contribute to new contamination, it kind of was a spark for them to kind of escalate the fighting, say, no, this shows why you need to do a stronger cleanup. You don't even know what's under here.
The town is fighting for a deeper, costlier excavation that it says would not only fully remove PCBs, but would better test for all known contaminants. But Grumman and state regulators argue that the 2013 cleanup plan, which Grumman must pay for, is sufficient. The ongoing court fight has stalled progress in the cleanup.
Instead of pointing fingers at each other and trying not to have to pay the bill, just do the right thing, because we don't want to risk anything, and we want to have everyone enjoy this park.
Bethpage residents are tired. It's been over 20 years that the park's been closed. Let's just get it done. If we work together, we win together.
The DEC issued a statement saying the state's cleanup efforts aim to safeguard public health, the island's vital water sources, and our environment from potential contamination, and to restore the park as a vital community asset as swiftly as possible. Northrop Grumman didn't respond to several requests for comment. In an email obtained by Newsday, company officials indicated they have no idea how long it would take to build a new ball field for residents, which can only happen once the stalled soil cleanup is completed. For McGovern and her neighbors, that means the park will be a lost asset for many more years to come.
It's sad.
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
In a statement, the town of Oyster Bay supervisor says productive dialogue with the federal and state regulatory authorities took place this week, a step toward our goal of cleaning up the park to higher standards than originally proposed by Grumman to give our community a better peace of mind. Now, to read more about this story, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Bethpage Federal Credit Union will have a new name starting next year. The bank will be known as Four-Leaf Federal Credit Union. A new logo and color scheme will also be added starting in early 2025. And a World War II veteran from Smithtown is celebrating his 100th birthday. Happy birthday to you. John Baller worked in the Army headquarters and was responsible for reporting casualties back to Washington. After his service, he got married, bought a house, and worked in banking. Baller's wife and 2 children have all passed, but he says you have to stay strong.
It's going to be good times, it's going to be bad times. You got to do the best you can. You can't quit. You got to keep going. Got to do the best you can.
Now, after retirement, the veteran says he played tennis and went skiing during the winter. He also enjoys a glass of wine with dinner every single night. All right, here's what's up on Long Island. The magic of lights at Jones Beach is back. The drive-through experience takes you down winding paths filled with holiday-themed displays and familiar characters. It runs from Friday through January 4th. Or see Boomer and Geo live at the Paramount. The off-air on-stage holiday show features the WFAN morning team live on Friday in Huntington.
So bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good.
See Don McLean on Long Island. The chart-topping singer-songwriter performs in concert Saturday night at Flagstar at Westbury Music Fair. For admission info and more events, click Get More on the Newsday TV video box. All right, the rain is here, but how long will it last? Let's take a look at your Long Island weather. Well, the rain, like we said all week, is finally arrived, and tonight's going to stay with us. Tomorrow, we'll have some rain too. Taking a closer look at tomorrow, the rain tapers off and then returns in the morning, midday, and then in the evening. But for the 7-day forecast, the weekend overall looks dry. We do have some wind though. And next week we're in the 50s with rain spotting. And also we have Thanksgiving with just a little bit of rain. We'll see if that changes.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us.